YBB, it's sister orgs or sister teams or whatever. You know, a little derby going on. And can YBB force this to a game 3? We'll have to see, because Xtreme, it felt like everything kind of went their way in game number 1 for the most part.
Yeah, I like their draft a lot more in this game. YBB, everything except Ricky, but it's also a good Ricky game against Lone Druid, against Ember Spirit. I don't mind it. The hero did get nerfed in the previous patch. Sleeping Dart cast range decreased from 1000 to 600, and also cooldown got increased by extra 3 seconds. So pretty big nerfs. I mean, this is pretty much what you're playing the hero for, Ghost.
They're soaking a lot of that right-click damage that was coming initially from YBB.
The first thing I do whenever I see Lone Druid in the game is I click on the bear to see what he's named, because everybody renames their bear, and Ghost's bear is called Sun Bear Bear.
Okay, I like that. I'm a big fan of repetitiveness like that. Sun Bear Bear. Similar to the show We Bear Bears.
I'm a big fan of Yogi Bear and Boo Boo Bear. Could be called Boo Boo Bear.
Hey there, Boo Boo. Yeah, I like that show. That was fun. That's an old school one though. Yogi Bear and Boo Bear. Surprised you know that one.
Back in my days, you know, 30 plus years ago, couldn't really
used to watch that a lot.
Yeah, I still watch it from time to time to get that feeling going. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. Have better stuff to watch. DUI. We'll start with Nature's attendance here, but yeah, panel talked about 7E. His entry to the game against Ember Spirit. Paparazzi needs to, you know, try to get the most out of this lane, because sometimes it tends to get difficult. You are playing melee hero into Leshrac, relatively easy to land a stun on him.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Leshracs kind of do their thing, and well, we're seeing Ghost continue to do his thing as he gets killing a Beyond.
How? I was watching the top lane. I didn't think that's possible. He died to Bear, who doesn't have Orb of Venom, can't slow him down. There is Blightstone available, and Chantress started with Nature Attendant, so doesn't have that much damage to put in.
But they were still able to get that kill, especially on Tide. That one's an interesting one for sure. But mid, going back to it, though, Shrek, we've seen so many mid laners in the Chinese region really love to go to this hero. We'll see if 7E can kind of keep up, especially Pano was talking about his last game performance. You really need an opposite game.
Yeah, well, it wasn't really great, but it also comes down to Mars, I would say. The execution overall could have been better. I just don't believe in the hero anymore. Needs some kind of a buff.
Yeah, Mars is winning at less than 25% now with that game. It is just not a high win rate at all for that hero, and it's still looking to find itself. It's almost, I'm thinking, probably going to drop out of the meta for the first time since its inception. That hero is just always around. I think people are still trying to make use of it.
Nigma is playing tomorrow, so we're probably going to see him at least once, I would say.
I think we'll be seeing Timber as well.
Nice move from DY. He goes and picks up the rune because he can leave Ghost alone bottom. That means that 7E does not get his bottle refilled, even though he's full HP, half mana, but still a big hit, I would say. They also understand that they need to play a bit more around Paparazzi, try to help him out.
Interesting to see just two different lanes kind of happening over bottom. There's the lane happening between the Radiant Tier 2 and Tier 1, and then there's the other lane, which is here, between the Dire Tier 1 and 2 bottom. Just two different games of Dota being played.
Love it. Absolutely. The biggest fan of these lane shenanigans where you can just create a new lane for yourself and say, I don't want to play it, I'll just do something else.
With no map changes.
Yeah.
Either, yeah.
So, good start for Ghost. He got that first blood going into Phase Boots next. The Mask of Madness, Deso seems like that's going to be the build. There are, you know, different builds that people go for on Lone Druid, like whether you need a Maelstrom, but yeah, I think here straight up heavy physical damage because you are playing with Ember Spirit, so amplifying the damage with the Sleight of Fist, and also Exorcism, allowing you to get even earlier Roshan. I think, and also, like, this type of lineup does have only one cooldown, and that's Exo. Other than that, they can keep playing Dota all the time, move around the map, get stuff done.
So Ghost with a resummon on the Bear. And, well, you were talking about the lineup here for Xtreme Gaming. It feels like they're very objective-based, right? Like, Ghost is going to be able to take towers. Death Prophet, obviously, with the Exorcism, objectives are the name of the game. You usually are pushing towers until what we've seen is level 2 on the Exo, then you go into Roche at that level 12 point, and we'll see if they even wait that long. But team fight looking good for Xtreme as well. What's really standing out here for you for YBB? Like, what are their advantages when it comes to the drafts?
Rubik Tide supposed to be a strong lane, but it gets countered by this Lone Druid pick. So, kind of a difficult one. 70 definitely needs to step it up, play aggressive play with the team. Ricky, also, he doesn't do much between 10 and 15-minute mark as your position 4. The thing he can do is try to kill the courier by some time until he finds enough farm to get the shard going. Beyond, even with 2 points in Kraken Shell, he still drops fairly low here. But yeah, Drow Ranger, 16 CS compared to Dead Prophet level 25. I don't think it should go this way. This top lane not being played to full extent. JT, Boots of Speed, double raid band on Dead Prophet, and going into Energy Booster next. So he's going to be the aura builder for his team.
Blue just getting chased. Have a telekinesis to stop JT from moving in, but now they go to the Bushwhack, Spirit Siphon, ZZQ, no lift anymore, so he could potentially just be run down here with Crypt Swarm landing and one more right click needed. Yeah. He'll just survive.
I think it comes down to also having a range hero with Drow Ranger. She wants to be able to have a hero that soaks up the damage, so maybe if they swap things around, I know Ricky is also not the strongest position 5, but kind of does the job, gets in, can break the Spirit Siphon with the Blink Strike, get out of the trouble. But JT, he doesn't care. I just saw him running in 3 range creeps and 4 melee creeps to try to get the Spirit Siphon off. Taking some really big damage there.
Sitting at about half health. Paparazzi coming back with that Remnant. There's a Remnant towards the top rune to see what he could potentially get there. And it will be Arcane bottom.
No, God, it's happening. I see Ricky with the Meteor Hammer queued up.
Oh, no. They'll pick up the Arcane Rune on 7E. He'll also get laughed at by the Ricky in all chat. 7E getting the kill there on a DY as he holds onto the Arcane Rune that I think Paparazzi could have had.
DY was a bit greedy there. He also thought, you know, 7E is going to pick it up. I'll use Enchant, remove this Arcane Rune, but never happened. Cloud coming in clutch.
Telekinesis on JT again, but Lou locked up via the Bushwhack. They'll bring in the Ricky. They'll go for the Hoodwink. Kaka trying to get out of the hands of the Ricky, but they get the kill on a Lou. So it's all worth it in the end, even if they do end up losing this Hoodwink, which they will end up doing. And 7E is also up here. A lot of rotation coming in from YBB.
His rotation is not going to get anything done unless they stick around. JT does have another Spirit Siphon charge available.
7E, Ricky, all here. There's the Silence trying to run. Avoids the stun. A little bit of dancing going on as the Bushwhack lands on a 7E. Acorn shot through as well. DY very forward on this. Throwing some impetus shots. They've got Paparazzi joining the fight. ZZQ is going to get run down by the Ember. Do they also have the ability to get 7E? It's just a little bit too fast for them, so he's out of this fight completely.
These rotations are kind of awkward, I would say, from YBB. And also, one thing to notice, Tidehunter getting Meteor Hammer. Everybody's committing.
Yeah, Meteor Hammer is the new Guardian Greaves in the offlane, it looks like. Teaming. He's hiding in the trees, but still taking some damage here from the Exo. Well, forced the tricks of the trade, and then the Bushwhack comes in. They'll get the kill onto the Ricky. Bringing up ZZQ too. Like, the Exo's not going to get a lot of damage onto the tower, but still, it does force YBB to rotate. It gets a kill. Not exactly the best outcome for this YBB side.
Paparazzi does not have Remnant charges available. One will reset relatively short, but 7E chasing. He's going to be okay.
Forced to run Meteor Hammer, and then there's the kill on a ZZQ. Bottom lane, Meteor Hammer was, I believe, stopped. So, not
Pop
exactly
that Savage Roar, gets the root. Oh man, 7E with his rotations. First you run, stop, doesn't get anything done. Let's see if Ghost is going to... He's not.
Gives him the 300 gold.
It's worth it now, the rotation. Extra 300. This should also be the tower. 1 point in Diabolic Edict. Meteor Hammer is available. Beyond channels it. Great animation.
Just pumping that fist in the air. Need to add a little bit of music to that so we could see Beyond dancing with this Tide. So 9 minutes into the game, is this where Xtreme expected to be? Or is this favoring Ybb just with how close the game is?
They're in a good spot because they are building 2 Meteor Hammers, so I think Xtreme Gaming are totally fine with that. In terms of stuns that they have, not the easiest way to execute Meteor during the fight, but you also don't want to see that too much. I mean, 33 talked about the playstyle with the Meteor Hammer the other day when we were interviewing him, so kind of don't want to put yourself in a bad position where you you tunnel vision and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna bomb these towers.
So we've also got the Ricky. So is it Sleeping Dart and Meteor Hammer?
Seems like it's gonna be. First, you want to buy Meteor Hammer to be able to farm up your sleeping dart. Yes.
Yeah. And then 3 seconds sleep, 2 second channel. Uh-oh. I mean, that sounds like guaranteed Meteor Hammer. That's
yeah, you gave me a look. Yeah, that is correct, B-Cup.
Well, I couldn't do math on GPM last game. I need your help.
No, I couldn't help you out with the GPM Beyond.
It's NA education. What do you expect from me?
We'll drop that meter on a mid tower. Doesn't have a point in Ravage. It's level 7, 034 build. Usually we see a saved point just in case, especially if you're trying to make this move on a mid lane. Potentially take a tower. Well, I mean, in terms of, like, I'm joking about the Meteor, but in terms of them stopping Meteor Hammer from going off, they don't really have many tools.
Exo committed Beyond. Well, he is already very low. Stun does not land. DY over to the side, gets them vision on ZZQ as well as 70. The sharpshooter comes in and hits on a Shrek from a distance. That means they'll kill off 70 pretty quickly in the Searing Chains. That's a third, and it should be a fourth with ZZQ locked up via the Bushwhack.
Tomato Creep also died, so they get increased damage as well on both supports, and this should be the tower. I don't think they're going to be able to defend Exorcism. Still running for a couple of seconds. They brought the numbers. They have Catapult, extra minus armor from Orb of Corrosion. Tide will TP. Doesn't have Ravage, as we already said, so all he can do is use Anchor Smash.
Yeah, Beyond just kind of standing there and throws an Anchor Smash again. He's already down below half health. They bring in the heroes that just died again over mid. But they're still staying on the side of Xtreme Gaming. They don't have Exorcism to fight
Another
with,
sharpshooter's available.
Yeah, Bushwhack, sharpshooter, soaked up. Get down, Mr. President. As Ricky will go in front of Beyond from getting hit with that sharpshooter. They've got the Searing Chain stolen by ZZQ. A right click on a JT from Lou, but doesn't exactly have a lot of damage going. And 70's also here. Everybody from Ybb has shown up mid to get nothing.
If he keeps playing like this, he might get the reverse Beyond Godlike this time around. Like, it's really not worth it. Like, doesn't have a point in Ravage. Thinks he's tanky with the Meteor Hammer. I mean, it does provide you with good stats. Plus 8 stats, but you don't have any magic resistance. You don't have mech. I gotta say, I don't like it on Tidehunter. Like, Tidehunter only needs stacks, and he needs mana to be able to use Anchor Smash, farm the ancient stacks, like in the triangle. You don't need anything else. Like, this Meteor Hammer doesn't feel right on the hero, I would say. I might need to see more on certain heroes. It looks okay, but also committing to get to double Meteor Hammer could be a bit too much.
Yeah. What is it with Meteor Hammer that everybody's just trying to force it in?
Good stats. It's like good region, plus 8 stats. It's almost ulti-orb amount of stats. They did scan things out. 7E just finish off the Ancients, so
9-3 in favor of Xtreme Gaming. Exo is back up in 10 seconds, so expect...
They know something is up. They saw his career.
Silence, and this is problematic for Lou. Telekinesis throws him down to JT. There's the Ravage to follow it up. They still just don't have the damage, but the Meteor Hammer finally comes down. You're standing with the Spirit Siphon on you, so JT, he's going to have a chance to just TP out.
That's what it stands for, just TP. And gets out of the trouble. They're very low. Paparazzi still chasing with double damage. While Ghost, he's split pushing. Like, every single time YBB's trying to make something happen. They bring the numbers, so now he's going to take the tower, but 7E gets to deny. All right, some good things happening for them.
Still opens up the outpost at 13 minutes into the game.
This is also Mask of Madness, Phase Boots, Casual Gloves, and Deso. That's going to be done 15 minutes into the game, just 1,000 gold away from it.
Yeah, YBB not finding answers on the map. They are going to really need a little bit of help with that one. They'll need a cartographer to really help them decipher the map to find the gold.
They need a new patch.
Don't we all?
New camps that are going to spawn, new creeps
that give more gold. Ricky gonna stand here to try and take the outpost. That's not working.
For a second, when I saw him channeling, I thought he was channeling a meteor hammer.
No. He doesn't have it yet.
He's getting very close.
There it is. Now he's got it. It's getting delivered. Dusted. Tricks of the trade and Blue over to the side. Doesn't have a lot of mana here on this Drow, and just a remnant back. No surprise. All that time, again, Ghost just farming up. You said he's going to have that Deso in just a moment. You'd be correct.
And they will also have Exo available. So I think try to force a Roche fight, maybe get the smoke going, get a pick off just to make sure you're playing it 4 versus 5 if they want to contest. In terms of damage, Drow Ranger is building into Shard 15 minutes into the game, has that Dragon Lance, so that's going to be great things. Like just healing reduction on Death Prophet, as we've seen the way he managed to TP out Kaka. Senses something is up.
Just scurrying through the trees, and Diabolic now catching a little bit of vision to him. Bushwhack, though, will keep him stationary while Kaka stays on the run. Acorn
even wants to farm a range creep. What a Chad.
That's insane. Meanwhile, they find the Ricky. They've got the tricks of the trade, but, well, he'll trade his life for nothing. They tricked him. So, 3K lead and Maelstrom finish for Paparazzi. His farm's going to start to get pushed forward, and, well, he's got to catch up to Ghost, who's just had a map free to himself. And that Meteor Hammer getting hovered still not used.
Everybody is a big fan of Meteor Hammer, especially our observer. Pointed it right like 5 times just to make sure that it was being built. Just type in Meteor Hammer. There it is.
Oh!
A lot of text.
Hey, give it to the bear. That'd be pretty hype. I'd be down for that. Get a root, Meteor Hammer, easy.
Blink Ravage is available. He gets chained. Roshan down
that's
to
a problem. Multi-shot coming in. They'll get the kill. Lou's got 1, but the Bushwhack on a 2. They'll follow that up with a Sharpshooter. Blink into the Ravage. That's going to land on the 3 of these heroes. The damage coming in from Lou. It's on a JT. Should be able to kill off the Death Prophet, but they'll end up losing 7E. Now Drow feared up, run down, and in trouble. Lou, he's going to fall to Paparazzi and Kaka.
Another
some
Bushwhack.
right clicks in on him, and a Bushwhack landing on his EZQ, but they'll focus their attention on a Beyond. They've got Ghost and Paparazzi going after the Tidehunter. Searing Chains locks him down. Another Acorn shot from Kaka, and another kill for Paparazzi.
Yeah, Drow Ranger did some serious amount of damage in that fight, but just like once they get on top of her, it gets very, very difficult for her. They have good ways to close the gap. Kaka with insane 2-man Bushwhack with Acorn shot, and now they can go inside the pit, finish off the Roche. This is also not just a 1 Deso charge from that fight. Pretty interesting.
Sun Bear feeling a little bit stronger. Stone Sharpshooter comes in from ZZQ. Now he'll steal the Bushwhack, but Sharpshooter's coming his direction, and that will land. They look for the stun. They've got the multi-shot from the high ground. Paparazzi, he's getting a little bit low. They've also got the shard for the hypothermia, so if he dies, he might explode and kill some of his allies. But ZZQ, he'll end up dead to Paparazzi instead.
A bit too deep. Like, they just decided to take another fight. Maybe they thought with Bloodstone finish, it's gonna be enough to maybe get a pick off or something, try to take off the Aegis, but without Ravage, they just don't have enough team fight. Now, Drow Ranger needs to farm another item. We saw the power of Hypothermia, as you said, against this Death Prophet who runs in, but still not tanky enough, even with the double raid band, even with the Guardian Greaves finished. She drops. This Sleeping Dart is gonna come in very late. He also misses the creep wave, doesn't land it on top of it, so it's not gonna get gold. Still 900 gold away from it, so you're kind of missing out on the timing.
Yeah, the timing's going to be missed by a multitude of minutes as he just spots Ghost.
Ghost does have dust available.
Oh, Meteor Hammer landed. Ghost in some trouble. They've got the Fear, it's onto the Drow. Another Meteor Hammer going
back
thrown down
HP.
onto this lone Druid, but beyond, he's in well too far and will fall. They've also got the dust on a TMing, but they don't have the speed to catch up to him.
If they have Sleeping Dart plus Cloud on top of Bear, maybe they can kill him so he doesn't get the true form off and he can't use the Savage Roar. JT is going to go for solo one.
Yeah, he gets just run down by this Death Prophet, and nobody's really here to help him out. Oh, the Ghost surviving with 17 health, and JT's going to give up on it.
Not enough mana for Crypt's form. Maybe he needed another Ghost. Maybe he needed Spirit Bear to be there.
Yeah. Just one more Ghost, one Bear, and it would have been enough.
5k gold lead for Xtreme Gaming. They used the Exo. Didn't get the kill, but still, with Deso, I think they can go and try to siege the tier 2 towers.
Trying to run. Dust again. There's the Fear. A root comes for him, and, well, Ghost has another kill. Guess you only need one Ghost. Don't need the full Exorcism to get kills. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains available for him if anybody were to come close, as they're threatening to go in over mid. But still staying very cautious with the fact that Ghost is just running them down.
Kaka can also play very aggressive as Squirrel, because they don't have the best heroes to catch him. Maybe Rubik's Lift. Still no shard on Ricky, so doesn't have to be careful about that one. And he also has Tubberstoy, Points and Scurry, as we've seen. Very elusive. He's been involved in 13 out of 17 kills. So Kaka is all over the place, very active. Another DD rune for Paparazzi.
And a lot of them have been DDs. I will say, the double damage does feel like it's the highest percent. Maybe it's the most noticeable, and that's why I think that, but I swear it's always spawning. Blank Ravage committed onto the lone Druid. Meteor Hammer and a kill there on a Ghost. Use that Ravage, they have that damage, they'll get a kill. Paparazzi with the Aegis, with the double damage on him. Waiting on the high ground, but not
with
looking
Exo,
to
maybe
go
they
in.
would have taken the fight, but no Exo means that their damage would be pretty limited. And finally, some signs of life from Ybb. They do burst Lone Druid, they use Ravage, which I really like. I don't mind them farming up, but their heroes scale really well into the late game. You wanna, like, finally Ricky has that shard, so that's gonna be things to set things up. Shard into Leshrac stun, so these two heroes can play together.
Shard and Lesh stun into 2 Meteor Hammers.
I need you to calm down, B-Cop.
Am I getting a little hit to
yeah. They did execute.
Mimi?
Yeah, 2 Meteor Hammers dropped on the top lane.
It's fun to watch. I like seeing it.
My favorite thing about Meteor Hammer is I see someone trying to siege the tower. They're out of position. They die. And then they do it again, and they die again.
5-man smoke from Xtreme. With Ghost back up.
DY has had tomato creep for so many times, and because of the AoE damage that they have, it gives them extra damage.
Silence, Exo, the run down onto Beyond. They also remnant forward. They look for ZZQ. They've got them both.
To go back to tomato creep, you put it near Lesh or against Drow Ranger's multi-shot. The creep dies, and it gives you extra 50% damage for 3 seconds. So let's see the damage now. Put it in.
JT needs to be careful. They're going to buy back here on ZZQ and start to run away on Xtreme. They have this Ricky just cutting the creep wave, or attempting to with this Meteor Hammer.
Let's see if he can kill the courier. Slightly out of range for Tricks of the Trade. Being very annoying, but forcing out buyback from ZZQ, and they also managed to deal 1,000 damage, even more, 1,500 to tier 3 tower.
Now, maybe you guys don't want this, but if you get to tier 5s, 60-minute game, Fallen Sky. Meteor Hammer,
yeah.
Fallen Sky, another Meteor Hammer.
Maybe not this game, because this game looks like it's gonna potentially end in 5 to 10 minutes. Next, Roshan is gonna be on menu for Xtreme Gaming. Enchantress getting caught.
Yeah, DY dies to Lu. And now they've got the sleep, the Meteor Hammer, the Blink, the Ravage. It's all setting up. Meteor Hammer again.
They got
and it's
him.
a Meteor Shower. And can they clean off this kill? Paparazzi's going to try and run with the BKB. Ooh, just on the high ground, but eventually falls to 7E.
They executed it nicely. Sleeping Dart, Meteor Hammer, Ravage, Rubik's Lift into another Meteor Hammer. So they use pretty much everything to be able to get this kill on Ember Spirit, who is going into Ag, still very far away from it. I want to see some Force Staffs, some defensive Force Staffs on Xtreme Gaming. Both supports do have that queued up, so that's going to help out pushing people out of trouble against the Cloud and also stopping this Meteor Shower that you mentioned.
Yeah, I think they should have an upgradable option for Meteor Hammer. Meteor Shower definitely would be the ability for it. I'm falling back on that same joke. I'm sorry. But it would be fun. It would throw 3 Meteor Hammers down around you.
That's Invoker. We already have that with his shard. And just make stuff up and rename it. Yeah, we should have Drow.
That was an original idea. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we should have Drow Ranger, but we should call her
Phantom Assassin.
Bow Ranger instead.
It should be melee. I'm so stupid sometimes. Beyond with the Meteor Hammer up top. Just to clean up some creeps. Get some CS on the board. And Ricky. Oh, another courier. Right? Right? Right?
He's trying.
Oh, no. He's going in too far. Now he's dusted. Oh, TMing. No. DY surrounded by 3 heroes. They'll land the stun. They've got the Pulse Nova going off, and Beyond will get the kill with the Anchor Smash. Oh, God.
Extreme Gaming, they are feeding the kills here and there. Like
it was an 8K net worth lead. It's 3K now.
Down to 3K. Drow Ranger's getting a lot of farm. Level 17 on Lu, and he's the one who does have double damage this time around, so they're drawing on a map where they want to take a fight. Already set up the vision near the enemy outpost, so...
Telling you, this game could go 60 minutes to Fallen Sky.
It could, especially if Xtreme Gaming keeps playing like this.
40 seconds till Roche. Beyond from the side. I expect a Meteor Hammer. There it is.
I like how you switch into like more serious mode. You're like, now Xtreme Gaming, back to Exorcism. They have another smoke available just to get yourself out of that jokey mood.
It's so people will forget I ever said anything stupid. It's a defense mechanism. And it's to try and trick you, but it's obviously not working. So, YBB...
There we go.
YBB, they smoke up. So does Xtreme Gaming. Oh, looks like they're going to fight near Roche.
Roshan is available.
Fighting into everything that Xtreme have to offer. TMing spotted right under a sentry and killed off by that sharpshooter.
He does have buyback, however, but they should try to force it. Use that Exo, because you're going to use it anyway, but seems like JT is not going to pop it. I guess they're waiting to see. Okay, they're showing on the bottom lane. Never mind. They saw Drow Ranger. They saw Tide Hunter there, so...
They really gave up on it.
Yeah, they did. I'm a little surprised that they did, because it's Shard, which is going to be picked up by Lone Druid, and also now you have Aegis on Ember Spirit.
Yeah, another Aegis on Ember. They did get the tower over bottom with Meteor Hammer, though.
Good trade. Great value.
Some value, yeah.
And another tomato creep that's going to fall.
Every time. It's always tomato creep. Making some pizza over there with all the squished tomatoes. So, Wraith Band, Force Staff for the Hoodwink picked up, and they're grouping up on the side of Xtreme Gaming. Woo! Yeah, he's top of the net worth. This is similar to game one.
I'll prepare a pizza party for you if you make a joke like that again. Back to the game. Yeah, now with Roshan being killed, 4 minutes left on that Aegis. BKB done. They also do have a gem, something that panel talked about, where they're going to be able to see Ricky which is kind of a big deal. He's not going to be able to cut the creep waves. He's got to get punished. Does need that Blink Dagger to get out of the trouble and potentially position himself better in team fights. There is still a high ground obs here, which did not get dewarded.
So you're going to see them? Yeah. Did that see them smoke? I don't think so. Just out of range of it, but maybe assuming that they smoked. But these heroes aren't really retreating, so I don't think they have any idea this is going on, though it is the Riki who is just the one standing forward. This is no surprise. We've seen him across the river quite often. Bottom tier 2 might be the objective here for Xtreme Gaming, especially working with this Aegis for another 3 minutes. Ags is now going to be finished for Paparazzi, just going to be delivered as they go. So I'll take a tier 2 pretty quickly.
It goes down so fast. Deso, AC, Dragon Scale. Let's see if they want to commit here, or if they're going to respect damage coming out from multi-shot. Maybe they still want to take a fight, and they are drawing on a minimap. DY wants to be able to get something done at the top part, maybe get a pick off. Paparazzi will TP. Now with that Aghanim Scepter upgrade, does have a shard as well. So 5 charges. It's going to be a lot of AoE damage or a lot of replenishes. He's also holding on to Grobo, amplifying all that magical damage.
They might find Paparazzi, but it's hard to catch him with this upgrade on the Remnants.
How many raid bans do you want to see on Lone Druid post 25 minutes? Yes. He does have 4 of them at the moment, going into MKB next, and he's the one who's been holding Philosopher's Stone, which I really like. Like, usually it's one of the 2 supports. Some of the mid laners can hold it, like Tinker, Zeus. I don't mind seeing that, unless I'm in the game and I want it. But, yeah. Lone Druid does have 2 slots for neutral items.
Yeah, and these 2 supports don't struggle to find farm, right?
They don't.
Like Acorn Shot, DY, he could also put out get some farm with the Enchanted Creep help as well. So you don't exactly need Philosopher's Stone on either of these supports. Could definitely get the full best usage from Ghost, like you were saying. Heaven's Halberd for the Death Prophet.
That's a big one.
Just a minute 30 left on this Aegis.
I don't see next item queued up on JT, but I assume it's going to be something more defensive.
70 spotted. Remnant goes all the way over to ZZQ, who can't find enough space between him and the Ember, so Paparazzi swipes a kill.
Ooh, that was close. If Kaka manages to get a bushwhack there with break mechanic from Sharpshooter, the rest of the team would be able to connect there. Tidehunter, something that we did not mention, he upgraded his shard, so Tendrils of the Deep, Mini Ravage.
If you can land it, yeah. So, Dart, Meteor Hammer, and a Silence. Beyond's in. Okay. Tendrils of the Deep with the BKB being popped by JT. The chase
Still
is on with the
holding
Silence
Exo.
on a 2. Sharpshooter comes in, and wow. That was on the money. Remnant forward side of Fist, Searing Chains. That's going to lock down Beyond. They want to get another kill. They're buyback
Another
on
buyback
ZZQ.
from him. Ooh, those buybacks really not worth it. JT also, I like that he's so patient with holding the Exorcism. Does not want to pop it immediately. True form. How much armor does he have? It's 76% physical resistance at the moment.
Wow.
Not bad.
That is a lot. They'll just continue to farm up here for this bear. It's so fast. Look at that Quelling Blade. Filled up the other slot with the Quelling Blade, so it's not going to be another Wraith Band. That's kind of sad.
Needs it for farming.
Definitely.
Or to cut down Hoodwink's tree. I'm just joking. 70 needs to be careful here. He was about to climb the high ground with no vision whatsoever.
Pretty fast AN disc there for the Ember, considering he just got Ags a moment ago. Riki taking the outpost. And it's back up to a 7,000 net worth lead for Xtreme Gaming. Ybb can't put anything together at the moment. But still, Dota Plus, only 55-45. So nothing really too out of control from Dota Plus just yet. Do you think the game's that close?
I wouldn't say so. I think Xtreme Gaming are being very patient, too patient for my liking, I would say.
They want the fallen sky.
They dealt some damage to the tower. They already forced a couple of buybacks. They're trying to choke them out of the map, but in terms of farm, Ybb, they are getting the farm. It's been like constant 5-6k gold lead for Xtreme Gaming. It went down to 2,000, but still they are getting something out of the map.
Yeah, crowd near their base, but they're still able to just extend a little bit. Xtreme not really making them pay for leaving too far out.
I want to see them commit with Exo, with the bear, try to potentially force Ybb Gaming into bad fight.
Gosh, Bear is taking some damage. Remnant forward, looking for ZZQ. He bought back just a moment ago, so they'll get the kill onto the Rubik. They'll look over at Luz. Got the BKB, but the chase is on. Right clicks from DY starting to really mount some pressure on them with the impetus upgrade. They've got themselves Ghost going after 70 with BKB. He'll try to TP out and is in time.
Oh, they even proc Paparazzi's A on disc.
MKB gets killed off. Thanks to this Ricky, who needs to be careful.
Thanks, Ricky.
Meteor Hammer lands, and he sleeps him. Oh, but the Bushwhack connects, and the damage is there. Almost. They gemmed the whole time, so knew exactly where he was.
They need some kind of a basher to stun people during the BKB TPs. This is the second hero that managed to TP out. Not sure who's going to buy it. Eventually, I assume Lone Druid will get it. They will retake the outpost. This is also 35-minute wave, so that means 2 catapults.
So the pressure is on for Ybb to get something done.
Radiant are scanning.
But Paparazzi is starting to pop off, and with this Ags, he just feels like he's never going to be controlled.
They don't have enough, I would say, especially with Eon Disc, which does guarantee him to have guaranteed Remnant out. And also these heroes on their side, they don't build into Nullifier, so they can't remove it. Roshan is being pinged out. He's going to respawn in 30 seconds. Xtreme Gaming, they don't need to risk anything. They should wait for it. Try to force Ybb Gaming into uncomfortable fight outside of the base.
So they're sitting now on top of the stairs, not really willing to leave just yet. Scotty finished off for the Drow, though. So, like you said, the farm is still coming for them. But the biggest difference is certainly the supports and the offlaners.
2 supports really struggling, especially Rubik. He did buy back 2 times so far, and this is also 5 Rubik. At least he's holding a Philly, so something is going his way.
Axe Blessing on Roche. Smoke. See if they can get into the pit. Sentry down to make sure that Ricky can't really step up for free. Blink in, Tendrils of the Deep. They've got the silence with the BKB. Pop by Paparazzi. They'll go in. They pop the Exorcism. The Aeon Disc is already used, so Paparazzi actually needs to be a little bit careful. The positioning from Lute so far has been all right. They've got the bear in the pit. They'll look for the stun. It's not going to land. They'll go to the multi-shot beyond. Just going to walk forward. Ravage, but Roche is not going to be dead yet. So they need to lock it down, get the Aegis. Everybody's in there, and the Aegis is going to be picked up by 70. They also got the kill. Oh, but the cheese and the axe is going to be picked up by Kaka. DY falls. 2 heroes in on the side of Xtreme Gaming. They've lost nothing just yet on Ybb, but Ghost trying to run away from 70 as well as beyond. CCQ is in. The right click's in from the bear. Will rip apart this Rubik, but still not getting the kill. 23 health remaining. And finally, Ghost himself will right click him down. But they want the Lone Druid beyond, blinking right on top of the Lone Druid again with the fear pushing them away.
That's a nice spot
shot,
to TP,
stun, and there's the kill on a Ghost.
That was nicely done. Beyond gets in, gets the Ravage, connects on pretty much everybody who was near the pit, and he steals Aegis, but as you said, Kaka is the one who got Aghanim Scepter, and he also got that cheese. So Aghanim Scepter right now in Radiant Fountain, waiting for it to be picked up. Drow Ranger, if she's not contested, if she can keep the distance, she deals sick amount of damage in these fights.
JT just trying to get on top of Lou while this is all going on, but it allows them to go and get Roche.
They used 2 BKBs and didn't get too much value out of it. Paparazzi's disc also was procced at the same time while he was trying to chase. That means also that he is not going to be dealing any damage. So now the game's going to slow down a little bit. The slash track is also getting bigger and bigger. Shiva's guard finished on him. Drow Ranger, as you said, having that Eye of Scotty. So healing reduction.
Is it possible to get a quick look back at right before they pick up the Aegis? I think I'm not sure if it was the Tide and the Ricky who force-staffed the Lone Druid out of the pit, but I was trying to wonder who pushed him out like that, because that was a really good move to get him out of there. Ooh, thank you. All right, so they walk in. Ghost goes into the true form. He's got Force Staff on cooldown for 5 seconds. 2, 1. Yeah. I think it was potentially Beyond who Force Staffed him out. That's pretty sick.
And now, YBB, they're going to be the one sieging, because they still have Aegis up and running for 2 minutes. Boots of Travel available on 7E. In terms of scaling, like this Drow Ranger, she's getting a ton of items. She does have Witch Bane as well, so the spell and also this item deals extremely high amount of damage to heroes like Death Prophet, whose mana pool is big. Same goes for Embers, but he's sitting at 1.6k mana pool at the moment.
Now, are you spelling that extreme amount of damage with an EX or just an X?
X.
Okay. I was thinking maybe you were spelling it with YBB. Lou, multi-shotting and going into the Silver Edge next. As we see another courier go down to TMA. It's starting to stack up the numbers on that one. Last I saw, he was at 4.
If you, like... Break is okay, I would say, against the Sun Bear, where you disable his Entangling Claws and also Demolish. Against Lone Druid, it's really good if you can get the Spirit Link disabled.
But is it the item that you think the Drow needs?
It's damage. It's also her item, like another saving tool besides Hurricane Pike, Mantis style BKB. She has so many tools.
Sweeping Dart, Force Staff to avoid the stun, but right on top of him, and TP's out. Tendrils of the Deep just not in time.
Very nice play there. I thought he was going to drop. He's picking out the vision that they have. It's actually on the high ground. Xtreme Gaming, they ate that Aghanim Scepter, so that means that they're up by another 4k gold.
So wait, okay. Lone Druid ate the Ags. Can we get a look at his GPM right now?
No, not again.
It's 618. Makes no sense. Drow's got the highest GPM. Math is confusing. I don't know. But it definitely feels like it's if you...
You made production do all that just so you can say math is confusing?
Well, no, I think because he ate the Ags, it's not
thought it was
technically
gonna be,
net worth.
Some kind of a
Smart
point to it. Yeah.
How long have we known each other? You're expecting smart points.
No, I have no expectations whatsoever after all these
years.
And
I still disappointed you.
Yeah. So Aghanim Scepter on Lone Druid, that means that even if you die, the bear could still live, and also you can attack no matter what the range. So I mean, I would love this to be used in a different way where you can just, like, you know, maybe split push a little bit more, but then again, you haven't killed any barracks yet. Aegis is gone. Let's see if they decide to smoke up and try to look for a fight now.
They're going to be coming over, but there is vision on the high ground as well as Ricky waiting for them to break that smoke. They go the highway out.
Spirit Bear does have a BKB available now.
And a remnant to the backline. 7E. Beyond taking a lot of damage very quickly. Force Staff onto the high ground. The Bear chasing, but Beyond is going to die first. Blue trying to do some damage onto the Bear, but they've got the remnant forward. They'll look for the stun. It lands from 7E. The multi-shot, the damage, the Bushwhack Nut doesn't connect. They get the kill on a DY. The Exorcism is going to be popped off by JT with the BKB being used, but Telekinesis up into the air. Lou now force staffing away. 70 kind of isolated away from the team, but is he doing enough damage on the Ghost? He's forced to run from this lone Druid while the rest of the fight is happening over to the side. They get the kill on Lou with the Exo, and now 70's going to be run down by the Bear. ZZQ, not much he can do, especially without the 3 cores of Ybb. So the chase is on from Xtreme Gaming. TM Ming will TP out successfully. They've got the Hex, they'll get the kill, and they'll take out a 4th.
That's 4-for-1 trade, buyback from DY. Like, we saw the power of Spirit Bear. I mentioned the BKB right before. Oh man, they're buying back immediately. Okay,
yeah,
they just want to. They understand that this lone Druid will take out your barracks in a couple of seconds. Glyph on Glyph action. JT. Exo running back to him.
There goes the tier 3. The racks are next. Meteor Hammer is not going to do anything.
No buyback on Drow Ranger. Tidehunter also didn't have buyback in the previous fight, which was kind of a big deal. If they managed to TP Tide to Outpost, I think the fight outcome could have been different, but now Spirit Bear. Jesus, that damage.
Yeah, it feels very unfair from the Bear.
6 hits. He kills melee barracks. They will force him out of the trouble. Does have another resummon available in 35 seconds. Rubik needs that Eon disc, which he just purchased. And now things are going to get much more difficult. Spirit Bear with that Aghanim Scepter does have a BKB. We'll use it. Let's see if he's going for barracks. Pops the Glyph.
And Glyph gone. They want to chase. Sweeping Dart. This is all for the Bear, by the way. Stun, Meteor Hammer, Tendrils of the Deep, and 300 gold for 70.
We'll have another resummon available in a couple of seconds. So it needs to be a bit more careful once he resummons it for another 2 minutes.
He's got that level 25 talent, minus 0.1 Spirit Bear base attack time.
That's kind of based. Boots of Travel on Spirit Bear. Phase Boots back to Ghost. This is getting
as well.
Yeah, this is getting ridiculous. Level 25, some kind of a bug appeared.
Ooh.
Not sure what it is.
Mosquito?
Could be a mosquito. Could be the GPM that you were talking about.
That's not a bug. It's a feature. Oh, no. See, now you've got them looking at it again.
Now, we were looking at the hero damage. Paparazzi going ham in a couple of these last fights. Kind of hard to say everything that's going on. Has Arcane Rune available. 2 Sleight of Fists. I mean, Aghanim Scepter gets pretty ridiculous with the Shard. The constant Fire Remnants all over the place. You get them back. Spell Prism as well on him. And now he's going to eat the Axe upgrade. Unlock another slot. So that's going to be Scotty. Great against the Drow Ranger. You hit her once, slow her down by 50%.
50%, almost 100%. 50% of the time, it works every time. Ghost, that Bear, pushing bottom, building into a Moon Shard, has those Boots of Travel ready to go. He charges on that Deso Bear. It's 12. Full 5-man smoke from Xtreme, though. See if they can catch any of these heroes on Ybb, multi-shot, and that kind of gives away the positioning of Lou and maybe the rest of the team, so they know what area they're going to be fighting out of.
Send the Spirit Bear top, see what happens if they want to hide near the Roche pit.
DY, ooh, Bushwhack lands at a
BKB
70. Remnant onto the backlines, Tricks of the Trade, right-click Zane, Sharpshooter connects, BKB's been popped by 7E, as well as Paparazzi.
They also got his Eon disc, but the Spirit Bear is pushing. Someone needs to run back, and someone needs to run back right now. BKB is available. He knows that they have no Glyph available. This is going to be Megas.
Yeah, well too late, and they don't have the damage to take him out. Roche now back up.
And now big Monka moment. You are fighting against a Roche. You need to run back. You're playing against the Spirit Bear. He does have another resummon in 10 seconds.
Another courier dying. This one with the recipe of Kaka's Aeon Disc. Scan connects. They've got Ricky nearby. He needs to be careful. Dust, Tricks of the Trade, and there's the Hex. Sharpshooter charged up, and he's got buyback. Probably going to need to use it if they want to contest this Roche.
They don't have to rush anything. I want to see if Ghost decides to send his Bear. Yeah, he's deeping it out as we speak. To the bottom lane.
Let's see if he just gets the whole base while they're focused on getting this kill. Silence, right clicks, the hypothermia, all surviving. And he's got the Nature's Attendance with the BKB being popped by JT. He's going to go into the fight. They'll look over at Lou with the BKB and another 4-step away, but he's been disarmed. He can't put out any damage. Lou trying to survive. The Ravage comes in, but the Bushwhack connects, and they should be able to get the kill onto Lou. But look at the Bear going for the tier 4s. Exo going, Silence onto a couple. His Death Prophet's low and
Buy
eventually
as much
falls.
time as you can.
Yeah, 2 heroes down to the
Throne
side of
is
Xtreme
exposed.
Gaming. They'll get another kill. The Throne's going to be exposed. The Bear, I mean, nobody's going back. They finally get beyond to go. They've got the right clicks coming out from Lou. They'll take out the Bear. They get 3 kills. But, oh, Paparazzi! Oh, the Sleeping Dart not in time.
This was a very risky move. Like, sure, they got 2 tier 4 towers. Let's see if they're going to end up losing Roche because of it. 9,000, almost 10,000 damage.
They got to go now for
Dealt
Roche.
by Leshrac. Boots of Travel also purchased for Drow Ranger. She wants to be able to go back. This Hex pickup from Beyond is doing a lot of work, being able to lock down the heroes post BKB and also control Spirit Bear. Looking at Glyph of Fortification on cooldown for another minute on Ybb.
Maybe the only time of safety. Oh, Ricky's going to do Roche himself. Okay. Uh-oh. That Remnant coming in, that's a Bunka moment.
It really is. Let's see if he decides to maybe jump in and try to get out.
Does Lou have the inventory space ready for this? You need to be ready.
All you need is Aegis. I think he gets Aghanim Scepter as well to be able to get the split. We'll eat it eventually. Refresher. Cheese. Who gets Refresher? I mean, Tide does have enough mana to get both Ravages out.
You mean for double Meteor Hammer, right?
Yeah, double Hex.
So, Ag's looking like Lou is going to eat it. There we go. So marksmanship upgrade.
They were probably thinking for a moment if they want to give it to 7E because it works really well against the Spirit Bear. The constant Decrypify. Nihilism, that is.
Problem is the Bear's no longer there.
Yes, that is the problem.
Like
But looking at the buybacks, only 3 heroes with buyback at the moment. Drow Ranger will have one. She's also holding onto Aegis, so we'll farm it eventually. Now only 2 of them. Lone Druid and Ember Spirit. This game could go both ways. If they decide to just go for everything, go for all-in, push. Let's see. Glyph of Fortification is available now.
I thought you were going to say what I wanted to hear. This game could go 60 minutes.
It could go. Yeah, we're there. We're getting there. 10 minutes. And I want it to happen just so that you're happy for once.
Oh my gosh. Damn. So, fighting against Mega is never the easiest way to play this game. 7E. He's running into the entire side of Xtreme Gaming. Remnant over to the side. Beyond's there. They've got the Silence on to the Lone Druid. There's no Bear taking your base just yet. There's not going to be a Bear for a little bit more time. They get the kill onto the Ricky. The Remnant forward looking for 7E, trying to get the kill onto the Shrek. The setup is the Searing Chains. The Ravage comes out, but Chains is going to walk through it. Lou's going to lose the Aegis. So 7E trying to survive, and now they'll try to land a stun to potentially help out Lou while he comes back with the respawn. The right clicks are in. They get the kill to JT. They're going to end up losing CCQ, but they land the stun. It's on the Lone Druid. Ghost now on the run, but the Gust lands. The right clicks aren't going to be enough damage, but the stun comes in again. That's 6 to the short that was on the Leshrac. Lou trying to right click and stand his ground. They'll get the kill to Paparazzi. They'll take the Ember Spirit and DY. Now trying to fight a little bit with the help of Kaka, but they bought back. Lou needs to TP out and gets away while the base is being ravaged by these creeps.
They want to end the game right now. They know that there is no Ravage available. Refresher Orb used by Tidehunter. Refresher Shard by Drow Ranger to replenish all their abilities. And it's time to go. This is the last Spirit Bear, so they might need to wait for another like 20 seconds for BKB on Spirit Bear to reset.
The buybacks just don't have the gold for the Tidehunter or the Rubik, but Ricky doesn't have his. So short the gold. At a time like this.
Ancient Granite Golem, so extra HP coming out. Enchantress did take level 20 talent, so she can take them over.
Oh, Hex in. 70 in some trouble. Bushwhack's also going to get the connect. They've got the right clicks coming in from the Enchantress, doing a lot of damage. 70 with the BKB, but they've got too much damage. Now they finally have the buyback. Look at this. By the way, Sharpshooter went all the way to the back lines and hit onto the Riki, who's going to jump in. He's got the silence down. They'll also go to the Gust. They look for the right clicks. They need to be able to take out the Bear, but the 4-step back, they'll go look over at DY, get the go to the Enchantress, but JT's in. He's got the Hex, the Remnant right on top of the Drow if he just wants to jump forward. BKB's been popped by JT. The 4-step forward with the right clicks coming through.
It's not enough.
Shot, the damage. They'll get the kill. The Death Prophet's going to be dead for 2 minutes. There's a gem on the deck that's picked up by the courier from Riki. 70 was chasing these heroes to try and get him out of the base and is successful in doing so. This game is now back to even for the first time.
Refresher in 60, Ravage in 40 seconds. You said 2 minutes without the Death Prophet, but the problem is this Aghanim Scepter on Bear. If they manage to stop some kind of a TP, if they have vision, they go for a play, and also Moonshard picked up now. So Mask of Madness, gonna get
sidelined.
Yeah, gonna use that to get some extra gold. He does have buyback available anyway, but it's looking rough. You know, this game is pretty wild right now because if you leave the base, if they stop your TP somehow, Spirit Bear can just end the game for you. And I see Ghost drawing on a mini-map. He's like, be careful, don't cross this line for now. Paparazzi listening to him for the moment. Don't leave the base.
Bear's on a mission. They almost need to smoke to get the Bear.
I'm not even kidding. That's actually a good play. That's the smartest thing you said today.
Thank you. I don't know if I should be happy or sad with that comment.
No, you had some good points. You had the GPM point. Man, this Lone Droid Bear, he's massive. Look at his damage.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Quick, fast damage. And YBB there for what you just said, but it feels like a bait. Like they're going to go and get the Bear now. They show Beyond over mid, and then the Bear just leaves. Well, Beyond,
he got him. No, he got the Bear.
Did they get the Bear? They've got the damage, but they look like they might lose Beyond for this or ZZQ. That's ambitious to go for this outpost at a time like this. Remnant forward, ZZQ. They'll have 70 TP on top of him to deter them from jumping forward, and they're still going to look for the outpost.
Double bots too on YBB side, so they can TP to heroes. They can TP to Riki, so he can't be the one.
They got to do it again.
Setting things up, and he's looking for a Bear again. One Sleeping Dart, and he also does have Basher, so if he tries to BKB TP out as Sun Bear Bear, also known as Spirit Bear, he might be able to stop it. Looking sneaky. He ate the Moonshard, sold Mask of Madness, now has Shadow Blade. Riki doesn't have Gem, so won't be maybe able to see.
Ooh. I thought somebody had the Gem.
We had a couple of gems.
Oh, they had the Gem. Yeah, it was on Ricky's courier. They just didn't have it on anybody. So it's flying out now. They'll jump in. They've got the sweep. It's going to be out of Paparazzi, who's already forced to pop the BKB. They'll go to the Sun. It's onto the Bear. They're not going to have this Bear for a little while. 40 seconds without Ghost, without the Sun Bear.
I think this is it. They should try to go and take a fight. The Riki has a gem now. As you said, being delivered 4 minutes away from Tier 5 items. Ghost.
On a mission.
It seems like he's always on some kind of a mission.
Sneaky. Just in the trees. They've got 2 heroes in the trees. It's actually JT with him too. They're tiptoeing around. Just looking to avoid this Leshrac. I feel like Ghost is just going to go for the throne. They'll go over. They've got the Tendrils of the Deep. That lands on a DY. He doesn't have buyback. No Enchantress. They've got the Bear resummoned to the top lane.
They need to go all in now. I don't think they can afford to take fights anymore. Drow Ranger's way too big. With that Aghanim Scepter upgrade, plus multi-shot.
Bear's going to show. And if they get the Bear now, I mean, that is a long time without its respawn. But nobody around just yet. Finally, they send back the Riki. Like you said, they've got the bots too. They're going to take the bottom tier 3. They'll look for the set of racks. They'll go to the Acorn Shot. The Bushwhack doesn't land. Acorn Shot bounces around, does some damage on Alu, but not enough. So now, range racks are gone. The melee racks are next. The Glyph is used. A 16,000 net worth lead here for YBB. At one point, Xtreme had the same on their end. So a massive shift favoring the Dire side.
How can they get inside the base? Glyph is still available on both sides. never mind. Radiant doesn't have it anymore. On cooldown for 4.5 minutes.
Blue saved with the telekinesis coming in for the Rubik. They've got Beyond moving forward. They need to be careful with this bear. They've got the Tetris to the deep. They're looking for the stun with the BKBB Popeye, the Sun Bear Bear. They've got the break. It's onto the Tide Hunter with the BKBB Popeye 7E. They'll get the kill on Beyond. They'll get the kill on Lou. They'll take the travel. They're both going to buy back, and now they'll focus their attention on the 7E. They try to put the travel in, but they'll lose this Lashrak. He's dead for 2 minutes. Down goes TMing. He's got buyback. ZZQ is caught. They have the Hex. They have the damage. They'll get the kill. Everybody dies on Ybb. And just like that, 16K is nothing.
2 minutes left on Lashrak's buyback, so they could try to go in and make stuff happen. At least try to force Glyph and then play around it. Oh, that's going to be Arcane Rune for Lou. Paparazzi used like 17 remnants in that fight. Used Refresher as well, and here he comes one more time.
It actually hit the Lone Druid over to the side. They're going to get the silence. It's going to be on a Paparazzi. He needs to be careful. He's in on the fight. They've got Lou off out of the high ground. This is the best position for him to be in. They're going to focus their attention onto the damage on a Ghost. The right clicks are in. The Sharpshooter lands. It's going to be onto the Rubik, who uses that true form. They've got a Ravage again coming out from Beyond. That lands onto both Paparazzi as well as Ghost. They've got the silence down from this Ricky.
They want
BKB's been popped by DY. Lou's trying to get out, but they're getting the entanglement. They'll get the kill on him. They'll take out TMing. They'll look over at Beyond, and he is in trouble. The Remnants through. They'll look at Rubik. Rubik's going to telekinesis himself away, but they'll already call GG. And Xtreme Gaming, after throwing the lead, they grab it right back and take the series 2-0.
Whew. Wow, that was much closer than it needed to be in the end. I feel like Xtreme Gaming could have...